In on this one, Karur Vysya Bank, net NPS totally under control. NI is moving up by close to around 15%, net profit up 40%. Do you like it?
Afternoon, Nigel. No, so I think this is one bank that I've discussed time and again on our shows, and therefore I think solid performance in my opinion. I think the NI growth of 25% is rock solid. At the same time, they're expecting to maintain their asset quality pressures quite well. So I think the net NPA number, which has probably come through, which is looking very, very stable as we speak, I think that probably gives some element of hope. And at the same time, I think they are able to maintain their NIMs as well as their overall book quite well. So I think one of the strongest banks in our opinion, where as far as ratings and rankings are concerned, when it comes to the private space.
Yeah. Let's just, Mayuresh, coming back to you, some numbers later today, right? Britannia will report numbers, which is reporting on this story. We'll try and put out more details on this one. Which company will this be under, and will this be a separate subsidiary, etc.? We don't know. But I'm assuming for Tata Group, it will be Tata Motors passenger vehicle, right? Which is as far as electric vehicles are concerned. For JSW, we'll have to see. But more details from the story in a bit. Mayuresh, Tejas, any thoughts? Have you tracked this one?
So, Prashant, you're absolutely right. I think the news that Rima is talking about is something that is probably floating around in market circles. But I think the core business areas that they probably work out of, optical networking, broadband access, wireless access, data networking, I think those are the areas that are strong points for Tejas, and how much of a growth can one really expect to come through in each of these individual areas going forward, both in terms of absolute order win numbers as well as the volumes that they can probably roll out, is something to be seen. Again, on the financials front, Prashant, you're absolutely right. I think the stock has done nothing over the last few years. And there is some element of hope in terms of revival as far as numbers are concerned. So I think based on all the macro news that is surrounding Tejas at this point of time, along with improvement in financials, is something to be watched out for. So at this juncture, don't hold Tejas as we speak. Wait and watch for everything that's developing around it.
Marico reported earlier, they put out a better than expected guidance. Dabur and Britannia, you just heard from Mangalam, Mayuresh. Any thoughts on these two, or either of the two?
So, Prashant, I think Marico had a very decent set of numbers in our opinion. And again, I think the management commentary thereof, both in terms of expectations of higher single growth, specifically in terms of Saffola and some revival in terms of Parachute, as well as expectations of value-added hair oils, and the foods business actually contributing quite significantly in terms of absolute numbers, augurs well in terms of performance. Obviously, I think a lot depends in terms of how monsoons play out, and therefore the incremental volume stroke demand led. Marico probably stood out. Nestle India probably was one of the best numbers that we've probably seen so far. Bajaj Consumer Care was one of the better numbers in terms of mid-cap FMCG companies. And something that we continue holding is CCL products, which I've discussed time and again. Our own belief is that the kind of capacity expansions that CCL is probably going through at this juncture, specifically in terms of its Vietnamese and Indian operations, green coffee prices moderated as we speak, makes us believe that margins should hold out, demand should hold out, and therefore volume-led demand growth, including pricing improvement, should probably play out on numbers.
Darshan was talking about all these auto stocks, how the numbers have so far been, largely in line, above expectations. Volume expectation and guidance that's come in also has been good. What's your thought coming in for any of these auto names? Anything you specifically like in the four-wheeler and two-wheeler side?
Afternoon, Vinny. I think the performance has been pretty decent. So I think Maruti's numbers and the commentary thereof were certainly very encouraging. And the management certainly believes that the kind of volume and market share gains that they can probably deliver in the next few quarters can be better than the market growth itself. And that itself is a huge positive. Within the two-wheelers, obviously, I think Hero MotoCorp came with a decent set of numbers. However, I think as the commentary warranted, the expectations in terms of commodity price increases might actually entail some element of price increases as we head into the first half. And how monsoons play out is going to be extremely critical. So if monsoons are subpar or below average, I think a large part of Hero MotoCorp's share does come through from tier 2, tier 3 cities, which might just get affected by a slower monsoon, and therefore this lag effect might be probably seen in terms of end demand expected to come through. However, the management probably believes that across cubic capacities, whether it's 100, 125, or the higher versions as well, they can probably make greater market share gains. Bajaj, decent said, the buyback also helps. So I think the large leadership stocks continue doing well. When you're holding on and continue to hold on, these large leadership stocks over a longer period of time, they might continue doing.